Hello, this mindfulness task is called a well-known journey. We take many routine journeys during a day or a week. We travel to school the same way each day, walk to the shops or friends along the same path, etc. When something becomes routine, it means that we can do it without thinking so much about it. But that also means we stop noticing things around us because it doesn't seem new anymore. In this video, I want to encourage you to take a well-known journey and see if you can spot something new about it. You could be walking, using public transport, or be travelling in a car. If you are walking, then go a bit slower and look all around you. If you are travelling in a vehicle, then focus only on looking out of the window to spot something new. Of course, for some of these journeys you will need to go with an adult, so please be safe. The things you will find will likely be quite small and simple, but nevertheless new. Now I am going to walk from my house to where we put the bin bags, a path I don't normally pay much attention to. So let's see what I can find today. I'll be back soon to share with you. Well, I've just got back from my journey and I'm delighted with some of the things that I found. It's a path that normally would take me a minute to walk down, but this time, because I was being mindful, it took me about 10 minutes to walk there and back. So I'm going to share some of the things that I found. So the first thing I came across was a lovely bush of daisies, which I hadn't seen before. And then further along, there was this lovely crumbling wall with some other local wild flowers growing on top of it. Where I live, there are a lot of lanes, but I hadn't realised how many little lanes there were feeding off the path I was walking along. And then I noticed that someone had got some logs and made like a little fence from them as part of their garden. A corner of one of the buildings was covered in an ivy kind of plant, and someone had created a garden by planting lots of trees and bushes. The building near the bins is derelict and looks like it has a very interesting history. And in one of the windows of this building, it was crammed with objects like buckets. And then I noticed on the corner of the wall was the word bin. And I hadn't noticed that before, and that's where I turned back round to come home. On the way back, I noticed this spiky plant, which seemed to be in lots of nooks and crannies along the way. And then I noticed this old building with a balcony, which doesn't look like it's lived in at the moment. And finally, I saw this big square stone with a hole in the middle, which probably had a post in at some point. Well, there you go. They were some of the things that I found on my well-known journey. I do hope you find the time to take a well-known journey and look at it through new eyes and find new things. I think you're going to be surprised. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed the task and I look forward to sharing another video with you soon. Bye for now.